Hey guys, Evan Blakely here. Just wrapped up the 2026 Dick Hiley St. Jude's Bass Classic down on the Mississippi River in Wabasha, Minnesota. Had a great finish. Was able to get a fifth place out of that one. Against a bunch of really good river rats down there. So pretty proud of that one. Just figured I'd kind of go over what I used and show you guys, maybe teach you a thing or two. So anytime you go to a river, you're gonna find me with a pretty heavy flipping stick type rod for throwing a swim jig around. This happens to be a 7.6 Toxic Elite swim jig rod we're working on. More to come with that, but that was a really good bait for just searching around, moving fish. Used it a lot in practice. Didn't utilize it much on tournament days. What we did utilize a lot of was the fish got really tight to cover. They were moving a ton during this event, as usual. So when they would get right up in the brush, just a little 3/16 ounce Texas rig. This is actually my Toxic Elite Power Shot rod, 7.6. It's got a lot of tip action, but so you can really shake it in place, but it's got a lot of power. You could horse them out of that heavy cover. You could throw it right up against the bank with the high water. They would be sitting right back in the brush, so you could flip that in there and not have to worry so much. For the ones that were a little bit more open but still kind of relating to the cover, throwing just a medium heavy spinning rod and a stupid tube. Great bait. It gets a lot of bites. It would be just kind of that little bit more finesse presentation that would get them to commit sometimes when they wouldn't quite commit to the Texas rig. But inherently with a stupid tube, you do lose quite a few fish. So if you could get them out away from the cover a little bit more, you throw a Ned rig at them because pretty hard to beat a Ned. Just an 1/8 ounce homemade Ned head with a typical Z-Man TRD on there. Can't really beat that. That's a great combo. Hookup percentage is amazing and works really good. Another bait that came in clutch on a few fish that were just really not biting nothing was a gravity bait. That's a depths cover scat. That got me a few fish. I don't know that it wasn't any better than the stupid tube, but it definitely seemed to coax a couple. And then the last thing, for some of the fish we were finding on beds that didn't want to move, 3/8 ounce drop shot weight, typical, just a straight shank drop shot hook, hooked in a 2 1/4 inch Castigan tube. That little tube, they could just suck it right in, try and carry it off, but they didn't have to commit to it too hard, and you could stick them pretty good. But yeah, it was a fun event, and look forward to getting back down there. It raised $1.377 million for the St. Jude's Hospital, so that was the real win. So congrats to all the winners, and we'll see you guys around.